Well, this is different. I haven't had long hair since I was like 14. Fun fact, this is actually my old Katara wig, but I pulled it out of the bin today just to see what condition it was in, and her hair loopies just fell right off. Hello and welcome back. Before we get started on this video, I have a few small updates that I need to actually give to you guys, and a bit of an explanation. All of my social media has recently been dead, even though I have promised that I would start uploading more frequently, and I promise I have a reason for it. I really value transparency with you guys. I like including you in my life. I enjoy being able to be open with you and explain to you things that are happening. So I've thought about this for a really long time, whether or not I should actually sort of like provide you guys this information because it is very personal. I feel like you do deserve an explanation, and I'm going to be incredibly vague with this. I want you to know right off the bat I'm okay. In the interest of privacy, I will ask that after telling this you guys don't ask me any more questions about it. I'm really sorry. So in the month of February, my family was in a bit of an emergency. On the 7th, I got a call from my mother that my 97-year-old grandfather had passed away. Long story short, that evening my dad was submitted to the ER. Again, I will update you right now, my dad is okay. He's actually downstairs right now. He's fine. He's okay. Everything is fine. I don't want to leave you guys hanging on that. I don't want you to think, oh god, where is she going with this? But I hope that explains as to why I haven't been here, and I really appreciate the love and support that you guys have given me, even though I haven't been around, and to see that you guys are still active and still doing things and still trying to communicate with me is really heartwarming, because it's nice. It's nice to come back to. So I'm really happy to be able to share this with you guys, and I hope that clears some things up, and I will try to upload a little more frequently now that I am not a frantic mess. And without further stalling, I will get into the actual Q&A portion of this video. And you guys, these questions have been sitting around for a really long time, so I am so sorry. Some of them may be a little out of date. These will be in no particular order, so I'm just going to start answering them now. Kageyama asks, are there any new anime shows that you are looking forward to? I have to be entirely honest, I haven't watched a new anime since Love Live Sunshine. I am really bad at keeping up with anime. I haven't even watched the newest season of Haikyuu. Like, that's where I'm at with anime. I'm really bad at keeping up with it. My friend Chin was telling me to watch the Dragon Maids one, but I can't get over the fact that the main dragon girl, her horns, her antlers, they look like pirouette cookies. Honestly, I don't really know what new animes are out, so if you guys have any suggestions. Toku to the Doku asks, any big projects in the works? What conventions do you plan on attending? And what is your dream group cosplay? As far as big projects go, of course I have been quite busy recently and distracted, so I haven't really thought out big plans for myself. If I had to say, one of my big projects will probably be something from Breath of the Wild. I started on my Sheikah slate the other night and I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to be putting LEDs in it, which will be my first time working with that. I would really like to do two specific things that I don't know if I'll get to this year. I really want to work on, one, an armor project, something that has a lot of armor to it, and two, a Sakizo design. Just because I want to challenge myself a little more as far as the crafting process goes. I think the number one large project, if I have time, I would like to tackle this year would be Serenade from Eternal Sonata. This is something I would really love to do this year, if I get a chance to. As far as conventions I plan on attending go, the only ones I am absolutely 100% confirmed on are Glass City Con and Colossal Con 2017. I might go check out Colossal Con East. It sounds really interesting. I have a lot of friends who might be going. What is my dream group cosplay? I've already been really spoiled as far as Love Live goes. I have always, since my young weeb days, I have always wanted to do an Ouran High School Host Club group. I want to do all of the hosts, and I want to do Haruhi, and I want an Ouran High School Host Club group so badly. Oh. William asks, what all equipment do you use? I have the jankiest setup you will ever see. I want to preface this with the fact that I am a digital artist. I have done editing on short films, I have done animation, and I know how systems and setups work. I know how to use cameras and lights, and I know lighting rigs. However, behind this, there is an OttLight, which I use for sewing, that is set up with a plastic bag in front of it for a diffuser. My camera is my phone. It is a Samsung Galaxy S7, and if I am lazy, I use iMovie to edit my videos. Super Video Gamer 9 asks, what is your favorite Fire Emblem Awakening ship? Don't do this to me. My favorite ship is Lucina and Jerome. I love them so much. Oh my gosh. The chemistry is just Dusty Mystery asks, what is your 2017 lineup? I'm not quite sure whether you mean convention lineup or costume lineup, because the costume lineup is still pretty fuzzy, and the convention lineup is still a little fuzzy too, but I can confirm for you some costumes that I will be doing this year. I am currently working on a Love Live Sunshine uniform that I will be making a series of videos around. I will be entirely remaking my Fenris costume except for the armor. I will be making Prompto from Final Fantasy 15. Mickey asks, what is your sexuality, gender, and preferred pronouns? I am Ace, I like boys, and I am female and I go by female pronouns. But I will also accept pronouns such as Your Majesty and Supreme Overlord. Charismatic Alpaca asks, if you had to give up all but one of your favorite costuming materials, which one would you keep? / what's your favorite photo edit you've ever done? I would keep craft foam until I die. There's probably not one costume I can currently think of where I have not used craft foam in some regard. And as far as the photo edits go, if you guys didn't know, I do photos. As far as favorite photo edit I have done to date, it would probably be the one that I actually took of Emily of her at Pidge. I had so much fun editing this photo. It took me forever because she was standing at the railing at MagFest, and there's a glass panel next to the railing and her reflection was in it. So I made sure I had to keep the reflection of her in that when I replaced the background. Stephanie asks, favorite cosplay you've done? Also, what's your go-to makeup for cosplaying? My favorite cosplay I've ever done is Cloud. I absolutely love that costume. I still have it hanging up downstairs. I plan on wearing it again. I might wear it to MatsuriCon if I end up going. My palette is broken, but I will show it to you anyway. I highly recommend getting yourself a multi-purpose palette with a bunch of colors. It's great because it's going to match whatever wig that you get, so you will always be able to color your eyebrows properly. Another product that I really like is e.l.f.'s Lip Exfoliator. This is just like a sugar stick. Another one of my cosplay staples, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go on about this forever, is these Dear Darling water tints by Etude House. But I love these because they stay on all day and they're really easy to apply and they allow you to do a gradient lip, which is really popular for cosplay. Also recommend getting yourself a good primer. This one is up to personal preference, so get yourself a good primer. You can use whatever. I have an e.l.f. primer and I also have a Smashbox primer. So, Monkey Man Tan Tan asks, what YouTubers do you watch that make content similar to yours? The first few I will list will be very obvious. I think a lot of people watch them. I watch Cosplay Cosplay and I watch Mango Cyrene. Their videos are always very helpful. Nina makes a lot of really great tutorials that help a lot with beginning cosplays. When it comes to conventions and content as far as conventions goes, like Con Vlogs, the #1 person I would recommend everybody subscribe to is Deja Vu D. Deanna makes videos for tons of conventions and she's been doing it for years. So her content is going to be like high quality, really well done vlogs. Another person that I'm going to like give a really quick shout out to is Robot Pizza Party. I recently found their channel through Gina Shiro TV, who told me to go watch them, and I honestly love their videos. The other people that I will of course recommend are my friends. So I'm in the Outcast and Shiro TV, Charismatic Alpaca. I have several more friends that vlog and I will try and link them down below. I'll try to link anyone that I'm talking about down in the description below. I would also like to recommend that if you want to see videos from outside the US and see a different type of con scene, Bandersnatch Studios does some really excellent vlogs. There's some great friends from across the pond. Go check them out. They have excellent content and it's really cool to see how conventions and expos are way different in different areas of the world. It's really cool. Speaking of Bandersnatch Studios, the Kawaii guy asks, when you were just getting into cosplay, what and who were your inspirations? When I was just getting into cosplay, I was still on DeviantArt, and a lot of my inspiration came from looking at cosplayers on DeviantArt. I always ended up following people who cosplayed from Avatar: The Last Airbender. At the point in time, Teen Titans was still on TV, so I was really adamant about really liking Teen Titans, and that was the first thing that I saw as far as cosplay goes, was I saw Teen Titans cosplayers. In high school, I started to notice that cosplayers were putting videos on YouTube, and back in the day there were two groups of people that put out so many videos on YouTube. Parlay Productions did a lot of videos a really long time ago, and I remember watching those, and Fighting Dreamers Productions. When I was younger, those were like the cream of the crop. That was what I watched on YouTube, and that's what started to get me into being more open about cosplaying as a hobby. His next question is, how have your feelings towards cosplay changed from when you first entered the hobby compared to now? I feel like a lot of cosplayers have talked about this recently, and more so in recent years, that the cosplay community has changed. It's been changing over the course of time. Everything changes. When I was younger, cosplay felt different. There was a almost swell of excitement that I would get whenever I thought about the one convention I would get to attend to a year. It was like waiting for Christmas. And as time has gone on, it's changed, and I don't feel like I get that same feeling anymore. And that's not a bad thing. It's just different. I still get really excited, but it's less, oh my god, it's Christmas, and more, oh my god, it's a party. My feelings towards the cosplay community, however, have changed drastically. Most of the people you will meet through cosplay are going to be amazing people. You're going to hear a lot of really cool life stories. Everyone comes from somewhere, and it's amazing. But I am not a huge fan still of the sort of elitist attitude that some people have. Not a lot of people. Really, not a lot of people have that. I more am frustrated with the people who call other people elitists. I know, right? I feel like I just did it. But hear me out here. People like to assume that just because you're not cosplaying with someone or you're not in a photo with someone, suddenly you're not friends. And I don't like that. As far as the cosplay community goes, the number one thing that annoys me is that people seem to glean all of their information just from the internet. What you see on someone's cosplay page, Instagram, whatever have you, is not who they are. For example, not long ago I got an anon message on Tumblr, and I hadn't been on Tumblr in ages, and the message was something along the lines of, "Are you still friends with a mini outcast and charismatic alpaca or not?" It felt really antagonistic and it made me really angry, and I kind of lashed out at the question. It was assuming that because we hadn't been together in a few months that we weren't friends anymore. I still love cosplay. Cosplay is really fun for me. I love going to conventions. I love meeting people. I'm just not super into the celebrity culture and sort of internet culture that it brings. Scarred Cosplay asks, if you were only to wear one cosplay for the rest of your cosplay life, what would it be and why? And if I remember correctly, they made an addendum to this. And it has to be one that you've already made. I would wear Fenris. You would think I would say Kotori because it feels like I wear her and nothing else for the rest of my life. I am so, like, confident in myself as Fenris. I love it, and I get to be surrounded by such wonderful people, and the Dragon Age fandom is like the coolest fandom I've ever been a part of. Everyone there is so nice, they're so accepting, they're so cool, and they're all talented. It's insane. Like, I don't feel like I am not worthy. I would highly recommend checking out Dragon Age. I'm so sorry, I don't know how to say your username. On average, how long does it take you to finish a cosplay? I could answer really sassily and say none of my costumes are even done. If I can work consistently, and it is a costume with a less significant amount of detail, it takes me maybe a week or two to actually make the costume. I take a lot of downtime. There are certain costumes that I could make in only a few days. There are costumes that I have made in a day, so it's really hard to sort of decide how long it takes for a costume to be made. You really have to gauge it by your own skill level, and even there I don't really know where I'm at. So Nikyu Cosplay asks, what are your favorite ships from anime, video games, etc.? Fenris and Hawk is like right up there. Ladybug. As far as Fire Emblem Fates goes, I would say I am a horrifying Leo Corrin shipper. My heart for Madoka and Homura, like, don't talk to me about Madohomu. The ship that is like my be-all end-all right now is MC and 707 from Mystic Messenger. Which of your outfits has received the most attention, as in people stopping you and asking for pictures? Believe it or not, Dragon Age has caused most people to stop and ask for pictures. Love Live actually doesn't get stopped very much, just because there are so many. Homura got me stopped a lot, especially when there was more than one of us as magical girls. And Cloud also probably is the reigning champion currently with number of pictures I used to get stopped for. So it seems like that is the end of the questions. So I thank you guys so much for sticking around through all of that. I rambled a heck of a lot, and I will hopefully get back to uploading content for you guys consistently. Thank you all so much for everything that you have done for me. You guys have been really supportive through all I've been going through, and I appreciate it. Even if you didn't know what was going on, still just seeing your guys' messages and likes and everything was really encouraging, because it let me know that even though I wasn't here, you guys still were. Once again, I thank you guys all so much. Goodbye!